Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trizzy Hendrix, and you feel me? Right now, we about to be learning about what did Jay-Z do. I heard Jay-Z did a lot. Oh, I got my Tupac shirt on, by the way. I just want to let y'all know because I think, don't get me wrong, I don't know, but I think Diddy and Jay-Z was hanging out. So I think low-key Jay-Z had a part of Tupac being killed. Now, that's my new theory. But hey, I got my Tupac shirt on. You feel me? Rest in peace to Tupac, man. One of the greats. But now let's get straight into
Just
it.
recently, an extremely serious
Oh,
allegation
look at
was
that!
made.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Hold on. Was that there before?
Just
Okay.
recently, an
But yeah,
extremely
look at that!
serious
Look at that!
allegation was made
I was
against
already knowing.
Jay-Z in a lawsuit filed a couple of days ago. From a quick and heated response from Jay himself to tons of fans bringing up all of the weird circumstances surrounding Jay-Z over the years, it can be very confusing to separate facts from theories. So today, I'm going to be breaking down all of the formal allegations against Jay-Z, along with his response and the theories from the
What did you
fans. It
do,
all
Jay
began on
Z?
December 8th when a lawsuit against Diddy was amended and Jay-Z was named as a defendant. If you've been out of the loop for the past year or so, P. Diddy, aka Sean Combs, has been accused, sued, and indicted because of a lot of terrible things. I made an entire video on it detailing all of the allegations against him, so you can check that out if you need to catch up. But put simply, Diddy was allegedly a serial rapist, tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and has a laundry list of
Wait, he tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Why he do that?
him, so you can check that
Oh,
out if you
I
need to
didn't know
catch
that he
up.
was doing
But put
that.
simply, Diddy was allegedly a serial
They done did a
rapist,
lot.
tried to blow up Kid Cudi's car, and has a laundry list of crimes, mostly sexual, that date back decades. So
Blowing up
obviously, if
somebody's
Jay-Z, who's
car. Now blowing up somebody's car, that's like a movie type shit. You feel me? Like y'all ever seen the movies and shit, and they blow up the cars. Like damn, I know. Like they doing that shit in real life.
name is Sean
Nah,
Carter, is
he a
being
villain,
named in
bro.
a
He a
lawsuit
TV villain,
alongside
bro.
Diddy,
Hell
that
nah.
can't be a good thing. According to CNN, the woman, who is identified as a Jane Doe, says she was 13 years old at the time she was allegedly assaulted by Combs and Carter at an after party following the Video Music Awards in 2000. The woman alleges she began to feel woozy after consuming a drink at the party and wandered into a nearby bedroom. The woman alleges Carter raped her first, followed by Combs. The woman says she hit Combs and ran out of the party, according to the amended lawsuit. NBC said that the girl was dropped off by a friend at the VMAs, but she didn't have a ticket. Apparently, she tried to find a way to an after party, and a driver who said he worked for Diddy said that she fit what Diddy was looking for. So he took her there, and allegedly she even had to sign an NDA to go into the after party, but she never got a copy. After the incident, the girl ran to a gas station and called her dad. So basically, Jay-Z is being accused of being a 13-year-old girl back in the year 2000.
Whoa, that was a lot to unfold. Like that was a lot to unfold. So let me get this straight. So let's take it back a little bit because I just want to make sure. So we got oh I can highlight. Say word. Oh, hold on. Oh, oh, I guess that was a one-time thing. But anyway, so we got Jay-Z and Diddy, Shaq and Kobe combination, just straight doing the and not only did they do it,
the woman
but
alleges
they
she began to
ran
feel
a
woozy
train
after
on her,
consuming a
and
drink
then
at the party and
obviously we
wandered.
already know, no surprise, Diddy went second. We knew Diddy was gonna go second. You feel me? Diddy wanted to have that Jay-Z aftertaste.
To a nearby bedroom. The woman alleges Carter raped her first, followed by Combs. The woman says she hit Combs and ran out of the party, according to the amended lawsuit. NBC said that the girl was dropped off by a friend at the VMAs, but she didn't have a ticket. Apparently, she tried to find a way to an after party, and a driver who said he worked for Diddy said that she fit what Diddy was looking for. So he took her there, and allegedly she even had to sign an NDA to go into the after party.
And then mind you, she's 13 years old. She does not know anything about an NDA. So she's just like, okay, she's probably looking at it as like, ooh, field trip type thing. You feel me? She don't know what an NDA is. Shit, when I was 13, I probably didn't know what an NDA was. I would have looked it up. You feel me? Because But damn.
but she never got a copy.
That's
After the
crazy.
incident, the girl
And
ran
then
to a
they
gas
roofied her.
station and called her dad. So basically, Jay-Z is being accused of being a 13-year-old girl back in the year 2000. Then the lawsuit said that the woman's legal team reached out to Jay-Z to try and resolve the problem. Jay-Z responded to said,
"Getting 8 ads every 20 minutes is actually diabolical. Meet Pi, the ad blocker that actually works on Twitch."
letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, but by also orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation against her lawyers, their families, employees, and former associates in an attempt to silence her. They said that the effort to scare the alleged victim didn't work, and they plan to continue with the lawsuit. Also, the reason that all of these lawsuits have been coming out lately, out of New York in particular, is because New York recently extended their statute of limitations. What that means is that a crime that happened a super long time ago wouldn't have been able to be prosecuted, but now since they have a 2-year look back window, you can file a lawsuit. I explained this in my previous video about Diddy because he's got hundreds of suits against him right now, but that's why all of these lawsuits have been coming out lately. The lawyer filing the suit against Jay-Z is also the guy who you may remember announced he was representing 120 new victims against Diddy.
How many? 120 victims. So Diddy just getting everybody at this point. So they treating this shit like Pokemon. Get them all. God, get them
Said
all.
high-profile names would be named once he had enough information,
Diddy.
and I suppose now he thinks he has enough to bring
120?
Jay-Z down. This suit in particular was filed back in October, but Jay-Z wasn't named until the other day.
no.
Instead, he was referred to as Celebrity A. The suit also claimed that another celebrity stood by and watched as Combs and Carter took turns assaulting the minor. Many others were present at the after party but did nothing to stop the assault. The suit also said that Jay-Z has been with Diddy during many of his crimes, and those were the only times Jay was mentioned in the suit, for 4 particular incidents out of the 20-page suit that was largely aimed against Diddy. And for a lot of artists who over the years have built up a ton of goodwill with their fans, you'd think Jay-Z fans would come to defend him. However, because of all these strange circumstances surrounding Jay-Z, a lot of people have been looking at him sideways. The strangest thing about this whole situation is that back in November, when the attorney filing this case, Tony Busby, announced that he was representing 120 newly alleged victims, an anonymous male celebrity sued him. About 3 weeks ago, an unnamed plaintiff, who turned out to be Jay-Z, was suing Busby and his firm. He accused Busby of shamelessly attempting to extort exorbitant sums from him, or else publicly file wildly false, horrific allegations against him. Jay's lawyers claimed that Busby sent Jay a demand letter in which he threatened to unleash entirely fabricated and salacious allegations of sexual assault if Jay didn't comply with their demands. This does sound fairly suspicious and definitely sounds like extortion, which, if you didn't know, in this case is just threatening someone with legal action if they don't give you money. However, Rolling Stone did consult a legal expert and they weighed in on this. According to the expert, this is somewhat common, and they said, "You have a right to represent your client and demand that a potential defendant pay money to compensate your client. But you don't have a right to say, if you don't pay, I'm going to report you to the authorities." I think that's the really clear line. That's civil extortion and not protected by the First Amendment. So Busby on one hand is saying that these demand letters are common and it was just a way of keeping things private, whereas Jay-Z and his legal team are saying that it was just extortion. In response to the at the time anonymous lawsuit, Busby took to Instagram to release a statement. He said, "I've been sued in Los Angeles in a last-ditch attempt to stop me from revealing names in public lawsuits. The case filed against my firm is not only without legal merit, it is laughable. Here's why. On behalf of 2 clients who alleged sexual assault, we sent a standard demand letter to a New York lawyer that we know represents an alleged perpetrator and potential defendant. The letters were sent seeking a confidential mediation in lieu of filing a lawsuit. No amount of money was included in the demand letters. No threats were made. The demand letters sent are no different than the ones routinely sent by lawyers across the country in all types of cases." So this whole extortion thing and the lawsuits flying back and forth makes this pretty complicated, and right now it's basically a he said, she said situation, because us general folks don't have enough information to come to a good conclusion of what actually happened. We don't know what exactly Busby said in the demand letter, and we don't know all of the information that Busby has against Jay-Z. So all of this makes the lawsuit situation all the more complicated, and Jay-Z was forced to respond swiftly. After all of this went down and the lawsuit hit the news cycle on December 8th, Jay-Z responded within hours with a statement on the Roc Nation Twitter page. He said, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I've done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these types of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world who have to watch how their life
I ain't gonna lie, whoever cooked up this email cooked up an email, but no, nah, you know what? I feel like Jay-Z did it, cause birds of a feather flock together. So that being said, I don't know.
is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap
seen him
suit.
in the picture.
You have made a terrible error in judgment in thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiot claims that you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. This was the original version of...
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Okay, but they do or do you not do?
You ready?
Because
Right,
now,
100 and...
now,
of the
like,
post from Jay-Z,
now
which
I'm
was
really
quickly
confused. Do you do or do
deleted
you
to
not
add
do it?
this last sentence, in which he said, I look forward to showing you just how different I am. So Jay-Z's response was also ran as an ad on Twitter, which was definitely kind of strange, although some people were saying that he was just trying to spread the word and defend his name. After this came out, a lot of fans pointed out what Busby said weeks ago, and it really became a whole debate of whether or not this whole situation was just extortion. But like I said, it's really hard to call anything right now because we don't know what Busby said, we don't know what Jay-Z said or what he did, so it's hard to come to a conclusion. A lot of people also thought the addition of the last line, I look forward to showing you just how different I am, was a pretty devious thing to say. And then just yesterday, Jay-Z's lawyers motioned for the defendant Jane Doe to reveal her identity before proceeding. This is the first legal action we have seen publicly from Jay-Z in this case, and in the motion for the plaintiff to reveal their identity, Jay's lawyers said, for months an extortionate campaign has been targeting Jay-Z under cover of darkness. That campaign was cynical and calculated to force payment of an exorbitant sum of money. Jay would have to pay X millions of dollars irrespective of the truth or else. They also alleged that Busby tried to shut down Jay-Z's defense. So Jay's lawyers are calling for either the accuser to reveal her identity or for the allegations to be dismissed. Basically, they were saying that no facts had actually been provided and this was just... So Jay's lawyers are calling for either the accuser to reveal her identity or for the...
I don't know if he did it. I don't know.
To be dismissed. Basically, they're saying that no facts had actually been provided, and this was just Busby's way of trying to use this high-profile Diddy case to extract.
If he did it, I'm on his head top. But like right now, I'm confused. Like that email, you feel me? You don't just write that email and you do that shit. You feel me? Like nah, that I don't know.
From other celebrities, and if they didn't pay, he'd destroy their reputations. Also, in a few of the recent cases against Diddy, the judges have ruled that the anonymous plaintiffs would also have to identify themselves. So it's possible that that will have to happen here as well. Quick little editor's note: while I'm filming this video, Tony Busby tweeted out, "The New York Times contacted me to ask for my response to rapper Jay-Z's allegation that I tried to extort and blackmail him. My response is pretty straightforward. No one has made any threats. Jay-Z's assertions are bogus and laughable. Instead, our firm has sent a standard demand letter seeking a mediation on behalf of a woman who alleges Jay-Z sexually assaulted her as a minor. The letter was vetted and approved by our client, whose preference was to attempt resolution short of filing a lawsuit. This approach is common in these types of cases. What you are seeing played out now is a coordinated and desperate effort to focus the public's attention on me personally to avoid attention on the allegations being made by my clients. This effort has included harassing my family and colleagues and even offering former clients money to sue me, which is illegal. When an alleged perpetrator behaves in this manner, wildly asserting that a basic demand letter is extortion and aggressively using the media to attack the opposing lawyer while at the same time ignoring the allegations being made by the alleged victim, it reminds me of a famous line from Shakespeare: "The lady doth protest too much, methinks." We intend to address all of these issues with the court in due course. Let me be clear, we will not be bullied or intimidated by these shenanigans, and our clients won't be silenced. Meanwhile, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Blue Ivy are at the premiere of Lion King, so I guess they aren't too bothered. And if you thought that was complicated, well, the case gets worse. The lawsuit is coming from the lawyer I mentioned, Tony Busby, and a lot of people online have been claiming that he isn't the greatest lawyer. Now, I'm going to say right now, before I dive into this, I'm no legal expert. I can
See, that's why I'm thinking. That's why I'm saying, like, is it true? Is it not true? I'm highly confused. I'm highly
tell
confused.
you if he's good or
right
bad,
now.
but I will tell you a few of the reasons that
it's
people
not
have
true.
issues with him. For one reason, he's done a ton of high-profile cases. For example, cases against BP, Deshaun Watson, and Travis Scott. However, I did look into the Deshaun Watson and Travis Scott cases, and many of those were mostly settled confidentially. Another reason people don't like Busby is because he's a Trump supporter, which I don't think I really need to break down. And Tony Busby was also the lawyer who announced the 120 essay cases against Diddy that I mentioned earlier, and then he held a press conference to tell people about it.
As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. We've handled over the last 25 years some very big and very important cases. I believe that this one may surpass them all. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already.
Drop the
I already know who
name.
some of these
Drop the
individuals are, but
names.
because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure
Like low key. I wish he would have dropped some names, just like 3 or 4, just to get the pot boiling. You feel me? Oh yeah, we got this one, we got that one, we got them all. You feel me? I wish he would have dropped some names.
damn sure that we're right before we do that.
Long list.
But the
You
names
gotta say
that we're going to
something.
name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are.
Ooh.
I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. I'm talking.
Listen, paying
He
$14.99
said,
a
they
month
know-
for a
you
streaming
know
app
who you
and
are.
$9.99 a
I ain't
month
gotta
for a
even
music
say
app
your name.
and
Ooh, but I
$12.99
would
for a
need no
fitness
name.
app
I need no
and
names.
more money.
I'm
Who
talking
we
about the
talking
people
about?
that participated, encouraged it, egged it on.
And a lot of people have looked at this one of two ways. The first being, wow, he's brave to go after the big fish. And what he's saying then lines up perfectly with what's happening now. And the other perspective is that this guy is really big on theatrics and kind of pushing his own name. I mean, to be fair, I didn't see any other lawyers against Diddy holding whole press conferences for 30 minutes. And Jay-Z himself thinks that Tony Busby is pursuing attention and wealth. He does
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, imagine being Diddy's lawyer though. Like, no bullshit. 120 claims like against your client, bro. Damn. I'd hate to be Diddy's lawyer.
own a real estate firm
You're
and
fighting
is
a
fairly
losing
wealthy,
battle at
which you
that
can see
point.
all over his social media.
God
And he also
damn.
ran for office a couple of times in
What did
Houston,
he do?
both unsuccessfully. I looked a bit more into this and I found out that a lot of
Blowing up
people in
cars
Houston
and
aren't too big on Busby. According to a few hundred people on Reddit, Tony Busby misconstrued his success as a lawyer who litigates against large companies as some kind of higher call to run for public office. He would just be a wacky, larger-than-life River Oaks lawyer if he'd kept it to that, but instead decided to insert himself into things Houstonians did not want him for. To be fair though, he did get 28% of the vote the first time running for mayor and 41% the second time running for council, so it's not like everyone hated him. And I say all of this just to say, it is possible that there are good reasons people don't like this guy, and it is possible that Jay-Z is right about what he said in his response. However, it's also just as possible that Busby is fighting the good fight for the victims. But on top of all of this, there's also been some shady foreshadowing going on when it comes to people like Diddy and Jay-Z. Originally, after after everything came out about Diddy, people began looking sideways at Jay-Z, especially since he was so quiet. 50 Cent even said, "Anybody seen Jay?" Puff said he ain't been answering his phone. 50 also said in an interview that a lot of the celebrities who aren't speaking out like he is are probably scared since they were involved.
You have something huge coming up.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, no, we know 50 Cent ready to air some business out. You feel me? Like, nah, 50 Cent said he said he talking to Netflix right now as we speak. He said we gonna be on the Netflix with it. You feel me?
His documentary.
Man, he dropped that documentary. I'm gonna have to binge
P.
it.
Diddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to binge it. I ain't gonna lie.
You've been heavy on social
He
media
did it.
talking about
He
it.
did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now, and then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
I went over all of this in detail on my last video about Jay-Z and Beyonce, but I'll break down the main things that apply here.
Beyonce too? Oh, we might have to do a part 2. Because we gotta know everything that's going
While
on.
people thought it was strange that Jay-Z met Beyonce when she was 18 and started dating her when she was 19 because he was 31 at the time. And the second main thing that people have pointed out is Jay-Z's connections over the years to R. Kelly and P. Diddy, who are two known sex offenders. Diddy and Jay-Z have been friends since the 90s when they were both going up in the music industry. They even collaborated on a track in 1997. On top of that, these two were also connected to Aaliyah and R. Kelly, who were married when Aaliyah was only 15. Dame Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z and dated Aaliyah when she was of age, said he thought it was morally wrong for Jay-Z to do a collab album with R. Kelly when he did. Dame said, "It's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know raped my girl or raped anybody for that matter." He also said Jay-Z tried getting at Aaliyah too.
And then, I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then it got brought up, and I was like, fuck both of y'all. But it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her. I kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
So there was undoubtedly some shady stuff going down in their circle,
Aaliyah?
as Jay-Z was friends with P. Diddy and R.
Let's see who Aaliyah is. I just want to see what she look like. I want to see what all the hype's about. Oh. Damn, I can't type for shit today. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, nah, me too. Oh, they lucky I wasn't around at the time, because guess who else would have been shooting shots? Me. I would have been shooting shots like a motherfucker, best believe. Curry, you feel me, Aaliyah looking good.
And it's possible that Jay-Z knew about some of the stuff that was going on. Things got even more complicated when, about a month ago, Piers Morgan had a guest on named Jaguar Wright, who's a singer who's worked with Jay-Z. And he had her on his show to discuss the Diddy situation. And it was on this episode that she brought up Jay-Z and Beyonce's involvement.
Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which
watch college football all season long, live.
Which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail, get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
To be clear, I couldn't find any articles funding this docuseries, by the way, but I did see a few articles that said Jay declined to be interviewed for the show. Jaguar also said in this interview that Jay-Z and Beyonce are a nasty couple who do nasty things. Now, before I tell you what followed this interview, I want to tell you a little bit about Jaguar Wright. In my previous video, I mentioned that Jaguar has made a ton of crazy claims, many of which have gone nowhere, so I wouldn't count on her to be the most credible source, although she has gotten some things right. But it's also possible that she does know something. One person on Reddit said it pretty well when they said she might be right about some of the stuff regarding Diddy, but I'm guessing a lot of it was already known in the music industry. And even a broken clock like Jaguar Wright is right twice a day. Regardless, following her interview on Piers Morgan, Jay-Z and Beyonce's lawyers reached out to Piers. They said Piers Morgan's irresponsible broadcast filled with lies is so far over the line that a legal ultimatum was warranted. Nobody acting under the guise of journalism can elicit outrageous statements from exploitive situations in an effort to drive clicks and not have to answer for that. Because
you know what? I will say one thing. I will always say this. I always thought Kanye West was better than Jay-Z. Every song they were on together, he was better. You feel me? What we got? Run This Town. What we got? The Otis Redding. What we got? At any song, you feel me? Kanye always body Jay-Z. I fuck with Kanye. You feel me? Kanye nice as shit. He crazy. But you feel me? He nice as shit though. I ain't gonna
Piers
lie.
Morgan actually apologized and trimmed the segment from his show.
Well, last week I interviewed Jaguar Wright.
Because I'll be honest with you, like the personal shit, like all the other shit that people be knowing about, I don't know. I don't know. But his music, I love his music. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about whatever he do, because I don't even know what he do for real. You feel me? I just pay attention to me for real. I ain't lying to you. I just pay attention to Trizzy. I pay attention to Trey. That's all I do.
Singer-songwriter who's made claims about Diddy for years.
Oh.
Those claims had already received a lot of attention in the media across many platforms for many years. And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as they have something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Again, there are two main ways to take this. One, Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't want crazy, disrespectful misinformation like this on the internet, or they really did what Jaguar was saying and were trying to keep it quiet. Regardless, this only made the situation bigger, and around this time, Jaguar Wright also went on Real Life Productions for another interview. She again stirred the pot and made an hour's worth of more huge claims, and also spoke on the theory that Jay-Z and Beyonce were involved in the death of Aaliyah.
I want you to think about this. Sean Carter is responsible.
She just look like she knows something, you feel me? She doesn't look like she knows about something we don't know about. That's the funny part about it.
For enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane, to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who was a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who was a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah.
Oh, Aaliyah died? What? She's dead? Wow. Wait. My baby died? Oh, I'm devastated, bro. I don't even know. Oh, she really died. Wait, Tupac. Look, what did I tell you? I got the Tupac shirt on. See, I was already knowing. That's crazy. I didn't know Aaliyah was
With
dead.
the
I
YouTube
thought she was
Music
still
app,
alive.
you can start a radio station with up to 30 artists.
Oh.
Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened.
Jay-Z knew about something with Tupac.
Yet,
I'm already feeling like he knew.
Don't have that conversation like they didn't know who
He
did.
know. Ah, shit.
Allegedly,
This TikTok in particular got 15 million views with damn near every comment saying they believe her. And whether or not you believe Jaguar is entirely up to you, but she's been making a ton of headlines for her claims. And all of this happened about a month or so before the lawsuit came out against Jay-Z, along with Jay-Z's claims of extortion, which brings us to where we are today. Right now, there are two main schools of thought. First, there is the group of people I mentioned that are cross-referencing Jay-Z's friendship with people like Diddy and R. Kelly. There are a ton of Twitter threads with people talking about all of the Jay-Z suspicious incidents and all of his friendships over the years. One fan said Jay-Z has 2 albums with R. Kelly and a whole tour with him and is close friends with him, Diddy, and Harvey Weinstein, but there's suddenly no way he could be a predator because he's married to Beyonce. Another said that message Jay-Z posted was condescending, narcissistic, and used victim-blaming and gaslighting rhetoric, and he never not once said he didn't do it. I hope he goes down bad. A lot of people think that this super quick response means that they knew this was coming and are guilty, so this was prepared in advance. On the flip side, the other major group is the people who think Jay-Z is innocent.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, cause that email like that, you know, that should take thought. I know it was just boom like that. I thought like you know, gave it like a few days and all that. Cause like, see, me personally, if I was to write an email like that, whoo, I'm coming at the head time. I'm coming at the head time. I'm like, you said this to me, motherfucker. You feel me? And then I have to delete the whole email and all that, cause I ain't gonna send that. I gotta like, woosa, you feel me? But I know if he got it out that quick, like, see me, it took me at least like 3-4 days to write that email. Not no 10 seconds.
Or should at least be innocent until proven guilty when more information comes out. This is for a few reasons. For example, Ebro said in defense of Jay-Z, Jay wrote this 32 minutes ago on his iPhone and no one is speaking on his behalf. A lot of people along with Ebro...
That shit took him 32 minutes? Damn, no, not unless his legal team wrote that. You see, his legal team could wrote that too. You feel me?
That this response from Jay-Z is just genuine and from the heart. And to be fair, it doesn't seem to be written in your typical PR trained way. Another fan said in response to Ebro's tweet, Jay-Z knew this was coming. I'm sure his legal team was notified that this was coming his way, and he had this prepared days/weeks in advance by his legal counsel. People on his level don't get blindsided by shit like this, which is also true. Lil Duval said on Twitter, they put out the most outrageous accusations and y'all just automatically believe it. Like I said, there's also a ton of people calling out the lawyer,
Lil Duval is trying to, you know,
Busby, with one person saying, a civil lawsuit involving Tony Busby, so you know it's bullshit. But a huge portion of the population is stupid and is gonna lean on confirmation bias with this. There's also a third school of thought, with people like 50 Cent jumping in, trolling, talking about, okay, I don't know what's going on, but are we still gonna have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend. Other people are pointing out Bron saying Hove did and saying Jay-Z got 100 problems now. The internet, of course, is doing what they're always going to do. Regardless of which school of thought you fall into or whoever's side you're taking, I'm just here to bring you guys the facts and tell you what the situation is, along with bring you everyone else's perspectives. In my opinion, as with everything else that's in the media cycle, I think it's best to just let everything play out in the legal system and use our best judgment and not like jump to conclusions right away. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, you may like my video where I go into more detail explaining all the theories surrounding Jay-Z and Beyonce that I briefly mentioned in this video. I also talk more about Jaguar Wright because she's pretty interesting, so make sure to check out the video on screen right now. Other than that, if you like this music related news, make sure to subscribe down below or even consider leaving a like.
Oh yeah, me too. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the video. You feel me? We on the road 200. We at like what bro? How much we at? I think we're like 186. Yeah. And oh, you know, I'm doing the same thing. I also have the Diddy files. So if you like this video, I got the Diddy files. So where we get into deep with the Diddy. We getting deep with the Diddy. But yeah.
Really enjoyed. But yeah, other than that, it's been your boy Matty Balls, and I'll see you guys next time.
But I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. Easy.